my most recently purchased ships, and gotta say, so far it's become my favorite to use in the verse. And I'm talking, of course, by the title of the video, the Freelancer Miss. As you can see, I got a couple of ships here, so it's not like I have any choices, lack of choices. Recently I got the Miss during the War Bond sale, and have been pretty darn happy with the thing. So let's take a look and see how I've kitted it out, and then I'll show you guys it in the verse, and maybe we'll do a couple quick missions in combat with it. Haven't done anything with the missiles, so it's still got the Thunderbolt 3s and the Arrestor 3s, and as you can see it's got quite a bit of missiles. I believe it's 36 total missiles, so the Miss obviously stands for missiles. It gives us some cargo space for auto-loading missiles. And then under propulsion, I've just kept the stock quantum drive, which comes with the crossfield, which is pretty good. It's like the third or fourth fastest quantum drive in the game. So, I think it takes something like 5 minutes to get from Port Olisar to Microtech. So it's pretty quick. Coolers, I've left all stock. 2 Arctic cools, more than enough. The Maelstrom power plant's been enough for anything I've thrown at it. And then shield generators are what I have changed. I've put a Rampart shield generator, so that gives me a high cap, and then the FR76 for high regen as well as a decent cap. I think it gives me something like 60,000 effective shield. Actually, I can take a look. Shield for this, using that gives me a shield of 56,878 with a regen of 483 per second. So not super high, but pretty up there. Weaponry, just using, like I said, the stock missile racks. You could change them out for more missiles if you wanted. And then I'm using the neutron repeaters as the weapons. It comes stock with the Mantis GT220. So if you like ballistics and you like just making lots of noises, it's good. And this guy, God, you're annoying. I'm trying to frickin' stream and you're running into me. I hate people sometimes. Anyway, as I was saying, comes with the stock GT5, the GT ballistics, which are fun. Let's bring it back up. Where'd it go? I'm sure we'll get to kill that guy later as he tries to be annoying in game. So again, neutron repeater is what I'm using. Reason being is it knocks shields down really quick. It's a good mid-range weapon, so you're not going to use it long range. I think it's got an effective range of something like 1300. But still, it works pretty darn good from mid to close range. And then the, you want to, you could also use maybe the Tarantulas or something like that. But again, between the Mantis GT220 and the Neutron Repeater, you're going to shred targets. It's not bad at all. So let's go ahead and jump in game, show you the ship. Let's look for that idiot. Maybe we can find him in game, and then we can blow him up. Which platform is it
Your
gonna
ship
go
has been
to?
delivered to the following landing pad.
And I should have showed you on that screen, it's 32 SCU of cargo. So you can still use this ship for pretty much anything you want to in game. P02. You can use it for some light cargo running as you're first starting out. You can use it for box missions, of course, some of the early easy cargo missions. You can load a Nox or a Dragonfly in it without a problem. You can load a Cyclone, but it's not easy and it's a definite tight squeeze. So I wouldn't recommend it for the faint of heart. But again, if you get this ship, it's a pretty good all-around ship. So here we are, here's the Miss, the exterior missiles. You've got the neutron repeaters on the outside. You've got standard Freelancer look, so it's not like the Max, it's not wide. It's just a regular ship, just like the base Freelancer. So you could, in effect, put this build on any Freelancer, and the only thing you'd be missing would be missiles. And when it becomes active, armor. The Miss has more armor than the other Freelancers, so it should be significantly more durable once armor is finally implemented, whatever that is. And you still got the annoying turret in the back, which for all intents and purposes is 99% useless. And then as you see, you give up a little bit of your side-to-side cargo room for the missiles. You got some more missiles in here. So this is cargo on the base, but here it is not. You could, of course, fill this area up with cargo and then put boxes here. They would still stay in here because it's got the 2 secure doors. But these are all the missiles and the auto-loading missile in here. Still got the upper docking collar here, so you could still use that if you wanted, an empty space. And you can load a little bit more cargo in here as well, but only on these side areas you see there. And then from here forward, it's the same as every other Freelancer. The Max, the Dur, the Miss, they're all the same in this front portion. Eventually, these will be seats so you can access the side turrets remotely. So you can actually have the pilot just fly the ship, and you could have 2 people shooting the guns. Honestly, I don't think that's needed. But hey, if you're a really bad shot and you want someone else to do it for you, more power to you. Alright, let's go ahead and go flight ready. You see, it's going to take a little bit for the shields to get them all the way up because the ship just powered on. And I already see a red, so we've got 1 enemy in the area. Probably in an Aurora, probably trying to ram people for funsies. I don't get it. I don't understand why people ram. Alright, let's go mercenary. Mercenary. Always pick up the call to arms if you're currently playing, because you get free money for killing anyone with crime stats, and that's always good. We're going to go get away from Port Olisar real quick before rammers or idiots decide to ruin things.
Thank you. Please visit again.
So I guess it'll be a quick chance to look at the top SCM speed. Ship flying through space. It's still a Freelancer, so you do give up some of the visibility. I think in combat it's still plenty decent. You can still see plenty around to the left and the right and in front of your combat shooting areas. You can of course run auto gimbaled, and that helps a lot. Just keep it on target. But you do have less visibility than you would in some other spaceships in the game. And one thing, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but your missile doors remain open all the time, which I don't know how I feel about, because I kind of am worried that if someone has ballistic weapons, if they can just explode the missiles while they're still on your ship and blow you up. I don't know. I would hope the shields keep that from happening. But still, I think the Freelancer is a good build for a space dildo, because I mean, really, let's face it, that's what it is. But it's still a good ship, and as you can see, you've got the scoop back here, which on the Dur serves for scoop and fuel, but on this it does nothing except look pretty and block that rear turret from firing forward. So you've got a turret back here that can only protect your rear end, and only your rear end high. So if the enemy is here, they are completely safe from your rear turret and can shoot you all day long. But if they're from about here to the side and here, you can shoot at them. So it's something. It's better than nothing, but it could definitely be better. That's my only regret with the Freelancer. Alright, let's go find a quick mission and let's do some combat. See if there's any bounty hunter. 1,000. This guy will be pretty easy. So we'll pick this up and we'll look at some claim jumpers maybe. About the claim jumpers is they're all prospectors, which pretty much instantly explode. These are ground mission, shoot surveillance satellites, eliminate Nova nests, that could be useful. We'll pick that up as well. And let's look for the bounty hunter first. Let's go track this guy down. He's going to be out this way. Hopefully we'll get interdicted before we get there. One thing of note, they do have law enforcement interdicting now. So I highly recommend when you're making your jump to be not moving, or at least moving slowly. So if you get interdicted and stopped at a quantum, you can stop in time to get scanned. Obviously, if you get jumped by pirates, then that means you have to get moving and you're at a slight disadvantage. But it's better than getting a bounty and then having to go wipe your crime stat or get attacked by players because you have a bounty, in my opinion. Also, the quantum tanks are pretty good on the mist, so the same as any other freelancer. You can spend pretty much all day flying around, no problem. Currently, the game is bugged with refueling mechanics, so that's. You have to hover above the pad to repair refuel, which is a major problem. Let's get the beacon going. Again, I'm showing combat just to show you that the Freelancer can fight, but like I said, it carries cargo just fine, 32 SCU, so it's not anywhere near the base or the max. Both of those are carried significantly more. Hello, Daxish Mato? Yeah, okay. I don't know what your name's from. So again, he's 6,000 away. If I was running something like straight laser cannons or, straight ballistic cannons at about 3,000, I could open fire. I could still open fire at this range, but I'm not going to do a whole lot. So I kind of wait till I'm a little closer, and then that's all she wrote. It doesn't take a whole lot to take out NPCs. But, it's easy money. I just spent some money on getting a new shield, so it's nice to get some back. Let's pick our next mission. Let's do... I've had bad luck with these, because you rendezvous, you follow an NPC around. Let's try it. Unfortunately, I've had bad luck where, like I said, the NPCs get bugged, or the person you're supposed to meet gets bugged. I figure it's worth a shot. I'm supposed to meet this guy. Or female. Could be anyone. Oh, that's handy. It's literally right here. Oh, it's a good thing we picked this one first. It had a time limit. The rendezvous point is in the middle of Master. That's where it's going to be. You'll see in the chat someone's talking about they thought the wipe was happening today. There's a new patch coming out today, next week sometime, to address some of the issues that happened from the 3.8 release. I don't know, the bug reports and the reports I've read online kind of tell me I hope they don't release it, because I kind of feel like the fix is worse than the issues. Just my opinion, but we'll see what happens. I have missed Freelancer for some reason. Did CIG hand out free ships again? No, they did not hand out a free missed Freelancer. Congratulations, you're a happy person with a free good ship. Between the Cutlass and Freelancer base, I would stick with the Cutlass. If you're more combat oriented, I would go with the Miss any day, all day. If you're looking for...
Hey, you must be the contractor. Nice to have you on board. I'll be handling logistics for you. Once we get the all clear from HQ, I'll let you know.
All clear from HQ. They sent me out here. I can start. Whoops, that's an asteroid. I am professional pilot. Don't tell me, even though the ship is here, I'm gonna have to fly to the rendezvous point to kick it to the next point. See, these are things that I hope will work on. Okay, there we go.
Quick outline of how this is going to work. I send you the patrol points. You check out each of those points while I monitor from here. Anyone takes a shot, you handle it.
Handle it. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? We have to handle it. Can we jump to the patrol point? I guess so. Alligator. Doesn't look like you can actually jump there, so we'll just fly there. So again, you know, as far as the ship goes, Cutlass is probably the cheaper and easier option for an all-around ship. It has a lot of pluses, the base Cutlass. Obviously there's Cutlass Red, the Cutlass Blue. We know nothing about the Cutlass Blue really. It's supposed to have better armor. It's kind of a bounty hunting ship. It's not released yet. The Cutlass Red's coming out any day now. The Cutlass Red is going to be a first responder ship. So it's got medical beds, stuff like that. Very cool, great concept that's coming out very soon. Between the Freelancers, you've got the Max, the Dur, the Miss, and the Base. Max is your cargo ship. It carries as much as, if I think, not more than the Constellation Taurus. Taurus we don't have specific numbers on, so it might end up edging out ahead.
I'm picking up hostile contacts.
Here we go.
Get ready. It's about to get interesting.
The Dur is your exploration ship, and the what was I saying? Miss is your combat ship. If you're into exploration, the Dur is the best you can get outside of the Aquila, and it's definitely the best single pilot capable exploration ship you're gonna get. So I'm gonna say he's the closest target, so we'll take him out first. Yamato! I'm almost afraid to attack you because the Yamato's got big guns. But I doubt you do. Buccaneer! You have a lot of little guns. Not some big. Not as big as me. Not a fighter. You're not going to outmaneuver smaller fighters.
Hostiles down. We're good.
Their shields stick. Now, unfortunately, since this is part of a mission, we're not getting the 500,000 credits forever for the pirates. They're just enemies. They don't necessarily have bounties on them. And you'll notice now one of the bugs you have with the Freelancers, you got to watch your countermeasures. Sometimes they're at 0 and you can't activate, so you just have to switch type. I don't know if that's just Freelancers, but I notice it a lot. Alright, going back to the various Freelancers, they're good ships. When you pay an alien tax, because it's got alien technology on the ships, so further down the road, some of that stuff will come into play. They should be more durable than the Cutlass by far. You can eject from a Freelancer. You can't do that in the Cutlass, so when death becomes an actual permanent thing, Freelancer pilots will definitely be much more willing to enter combat because less chance of being perma-dead. You've got beds, 4 beds on board. Cutlass only has 2, if I remember right. I got a shower, I got a toilet, I got a kitchen, I got all the amenities of home right here in my ship. So for exploration, combat, long-distance cargo hauling, Freelancer is just by far the superior ship. And this, as you're seeing, performs very well in combat. Is it as good as a dedicated fighter? No, definitely not. Is it better than the Cutlass? In my opinion, yes. It's more durable, sustainable, holds its ability to do damage longer, and it just has, you know, more shielding to help you survive the combat. If they use ballistic weapons, you still take damage though. You'll see my ship top left has taken some damage from ballistic weapons. Nothing you can do about it. Hold for next patrol area. These missions are boring. Makes me sit here talking to you all with little going on. Probably gonna bug out.
System off.
What'd I do? I accidentally powered down my ship. Whoops! I didn't know that button on my hostess did that. I need to unbind that. Alright, now where's this NPC that I'm waiting on? He has disappeared. Bugs, 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 we love bugs. No, we really don't. I want my 5,000 UEC. Well, we'll give him a little bit longer, and we will look at the next quest. We'll do some claim jumpers. Where's this one at? Over here at L3. L5. Ah, L3. So Hurston L3. That one's nice and close. That one. Alright, so we'll go do this one, since this quest is obviously bugged. So again, when I'm done here, I will be going on the forum to report the bug again. That is important to do. Luckily, I have video evidence of mission failing for no reason. That's a asteroid.
Quantum travel engaged.
Love how I just randomly like sped through asteroids as if they weren't there. There's something you haven't noticed, so you're seeing comlink lost, comlink established. There's different satellites off of the system that establish communications. There are missions to go disable those. Those are obviously helping the pirates, but if you're in an area where that's disabled, if you get killed, crimes aren't reported. If you kill others, crimes aren't reported. So keep an eye to the top right. If you don't see the little Wi-Fi signal thingy, you could have some nefarious individuals around. Or some board players that decided just to prey on unsuspecting people.
Quantum travel complete.
As you can see from this video, don't prey on a freelancer, because they may have actually equipped decent weapons and be able to destroy you very quickly.
Quantum travel engaged.
We'll go do this quick mission.
Quantum travel complete.
Well, it's a Freelancer miss, so let's use some missiles.
Clear armed.
In fact, maybe I will use just missiles to kill all the prospectors. Very expensive. Do not recommend it. I would say missiles for players, larger ships. You can easily destroy a hammerhead using the missiles on this. So you can take out capital ships, you can take out players pretty easily. Especially those who don't know how to use countermeasures. Missiles cost a lot of money. If you empty out missiles completely, I want to say it's something like 10,000 UEC to restock them all, so it's not cheap. And also, currently missiles are a little buggy in game.
Contact received. 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 Contact received.
Alright, so these are these things that you gotta kill. You gotta kill 9 of them. They shoot at you. They actually do pretty decent damage. They're little, like, call them sentries.
Destroyed. Contact received.
Eventually a prospector will attack us. Prospectors are pretty easy to kill.
Contact received. Air shield under attack. Target
Getting attacked by a prospector, and we're gonna give him missiles, because fun.
under attack.
All the missiles. Sadly we didn't get to see him blow up. Flew past when the missiles hit him. I have some more missiles. This time I'll fly back. Missiles. What? Didn't kill him. Fine. There goes another one. Overkill. I did not fire that missile. Apparently I rammed someone. Stop shooting me. Continue with missile spam. It's fun.
Contact received. Missile lock. Air shield under attack.
More missiles. Launching. Next. I'm gonna be completely screwed if I get jumped by a hammerhead. But hey, it's fun, ladies and gentlemen. Why else would we do things? Bye bye.
Target destroyed.
missiles missed. Fine. Should just be sentries left, you know. I wonder how missiles work on these guys. I mean, they're not moving. So as you can see, missiles have a weird delay right now. They have a tendency to shoot themselves, so you'll arm, and then they'll just go off. Looks like I've used all my missiles. Oh, there's still one of you alive? The joke's on them. If they got close enough to use a mining laser while I'm not paying attention, they can kill me instantly. Somewhere there where I took some pretty decent damage, and I'm not sure where. I think it's when I rammed one of them without knowing they were there. It happens. Again, these claim jumper missions are really easy to do, especially in something like this, and then you can just collect 10,000 credits pretty simply. Most importantly, legally. So you hear that I'm getting hit, and it's like instantly shield charge complete because of the high regen. Energy weapons are definitely not something you're worried about with this setup. Ballistics can still hurt though. You'll notice I lock my gimbals because again I use a HOTAS. And 10,000 credits. Let's go see how much it'll cost to do a full rearm of all missiles. Pride Crusader. All-Star. Hopefully we don't get rammed while I'm trying to show you how much it costs to refill all the missiles.
Quantum travel engaged.
Through the asteroids! Look at the ship. Yeah, a little damage there. It looks worse in the HUD than it does on the actual ship itself. Which makes me wonder if they haven't fully mapped the damage states for the ship. Wait till them to fix the textures on Crusader. Looks like garbage right now. Come on, cooldown. I want to jump.
Staff armed. Pod of travel engaged.
Alright, let's see if there's any rammers or good old Portalisar.
Complete. Contract received.
Mac engine driver. Screw it! No missiles. Combat now.
Caution. Target friendly. Target destroyed.
500 UEC.
Flight
Thank you. Sorry. I've been playing MMOs for long enough. Red is dead.
flare armed. Landing gear down.
This is one. I really want to get Game Glass, so I don't have to keep doing this every time I want to request landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Game Glass is an app you can run on like an iPad or an Android tablet, and it'll allow you to set up some buttons on the screen. And one of those, I think, is going to be comms. So to request landing, you're not going to need to bring up your Moby Glass, risk getting attacked. Alright, so let me show you the repair fix. You have to hover like this above the pad, and then you should be able to do the repair and rearm. Because if you land, it's not going to work. So restock, oh that's not bad. Full missiles, 2800 UEC. And you got to do everything one at a time. And I listen to the sound effects, that's when I know it's done.
100%. Hydrogen fuel at 100%. Hydrogen fuel at 100%. Landing successful.
And then to help with pad
Landing
rammers,
complete. Have a
I
pleasant
don't
stay.
turn off the ship, I turn off the engine. Which is where? Where's the engine? Where's the engine?
Engines off.
That way you still get your shields up to assist if someone decides to ram you while you're trying to get inside. Oh, I could use this ladder. Screw it, will be risky. This frequently kills you. But this is another way to get in and out of your Freelancer if like the back's full of cargo or a ship. Yeah, there's supposed to be a ladder there, but instead I just 0G'd exited. That's not how that works. But that's a Freelancer mess. Good ship, enjoy it. And that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope you all have a great day, and See you around the verse.